Welcome everybody. We are we are back. A bunch of the schedule has already been released or leaked at least. We'll go over some of those. We'll talk a little bit about Tucker Craft. Uh like, hey, what's up, Dale? How's it going? Like Tucker Craft's a player. I know all the tight ends are going pretty late, but Craft's the one that I like the most of all them down there. Welcome, Hartman. And we will. Hey, welcome, Steve and Thad on real time. Yeah, so we will go to the game log, look at Tucker Craft real quick. Like, he didn't have a ton of really big games. He had one in week 5. He had a decent one here in week 8. And then he had a bunch of okay games. But the one thing we know is that Jordan Love was a little hurt last year. We expect their passing game to be a little more involved. They took 2 wide receivers in the first 3 rounds, right? So they want to pass the ball. And the wide receivers are going to be rotated. That's what they did last year. That's what they pretty much already said they're going to do this year based on the coach speak that came out yesterday. Like, they got the 2 rookies to help Jaden Reed, like, be fresher. So, yeah, I agree with mac and cheese for sure. Yeah. Yeah, so, like, Tucker Craft is the tight end 1, and he's the pass catcher that Jordan Love's going to have on the field in all situations, right? So if you like the Packers as a pass offense, like, why would you not like Tucker Craft, And especially whenever you're on the turn, you've been boxed out at quarterback, just just take both. It's great. Hey, well, it makes me feel good when people in the chat agree with me if that makes you feel any better. So maybe we're both wrong. There you go. Pure confidence here. So I kind of showed it yesterday, but a couple times I've been going through and I have this chart. I'm going to make it free whenever all the information's out. This is a matrix of all the games for all that has been released so far, who they play, where they play, and then here at the bottom you can go by week. So the week 17 games right now, these are the ones that are confirmed. We have Lions at Vikings. That's going to be a Netflix game, December 25th, Christmas. Cowboys Commanders, 4:30. That should be like these 2 games. Number 1, Vikings in a dome. That's awesome. Uh, for both of those teams. I I heard that the Rams or the 49ers was confirmed. It didn't come up on where I was seeing, but wasn't it like 49ers Falcons or something? No, it was Rams Falcons. Okay. I think the 49ers game's confirmed. I was hearing just as I was loading in. If anybody can find that, let me know. We'll see if this is updated yet. I've been using CBS's reporting. They haven't updated it yet with the 49ers game. So, yeah, Rams Falcons, there's a dome game, right? Raiders Giants is a dome game. Bills Eagles, one of the few dome games that is going to be in bad weather. So that makes me feel a little better about not having as many Eagles. Too many mouths to feed, only 4% please. Bucks Dolphins is definitely interesting. Yeah, like, I've been into Achan a little bit this whole time, and same with Bucky. And Bucks Dolphins should be wild. Now, the Jets Patriots, that one doesn't feel as good, right? Like, I'm pretty heavy on Drake May. I'm reasonably heavy on Justin Fields, but I'm not, and I've been heavy on Stephon Diggs as well. So, like, that one doesn't feel great. The Broncos Chiefs, like, in my opinion, Harvey, like, those are two really good defenses. So that game may not be a target game. We got the Giants and Raiders. Like, I think that's a decent game. I think that I don't think anything spectacular will happen, but it should be fine. But of these games, the one like this Falcons Rams game, I think could be absolute fire, and the Dolphins Bucks should be fire. But this Commanders Cowboys and the Lions Vikings game, that's what it is. Yeah, the Niners Bears. I knew it was Niners and somebody. I believe that that's true. I know that I was listening to Maddox channel, and right before I jumped on, and that's what they were saying. I couldn't remember the other team. I'm just waiting until it shows up as basically as confirmed through CBS, and they just may be behind. I didn't see it pop up on Twitter in my feed, but I don't follow a lot of people, so there's that. And then like week 16, this is what is confirmed so far. Like this matters for like sprint pretty much. But Eagles Commanders, like Commanders schedule, what's week 15? Yeah, Commanders play the Giants. So the Commanders may be a team for sprint that is very interesting, right? So, but anyway, I'm going to basically by the middle of tomorrow, like, or later, I'll probably stay up tonight and finish this just to make sure it's all right. And then tomorrow, I might even just put this link in the stream later tonight. I don't know, but I'll definitely dump it on my Discord as soon as I'm done. And tomorrow on the video, I will put it at the bottom. Yeah, I think that does look right as well. A few years ago, did the Browns and Jets play a high-scoring game? Yeah, that was Breece Hall 2 years ago. Hall went nuts. Njoku went nuts. Joe Flacco, who nobody owned, went nuts. Yeah, anyway, it is time to draft. We are going to draft a puppy. We're going to try a 30-second puppy, and we're entering in 10 seconds. Yeah, I'm not opposed to this Patriots-Jets game at all. I think it's still okay. Right, like, the pass catchers are what's not great, but, like, I'm not really taking the pass catchers as much. Like, I do have a lot of Kyle Williams, but the reason I like it is because they're rushing upside quarterbacks. When I entered, there was one left. We got Dale in the one hole, Hartman at the 12. I got the 10. Looks like a reasonably casual room. But yeah, here it is. So Lions Vikings, like Jefferson doesn't have to play against the Packers week 17. Lions secondary is suspect. I'm definitely moving Justin Jefferson to the number 2 spot, if not the number 1 spot. Like, I'm not going to move him to 1 over Chase, but in my heart, I do think he's the number 1 over Chase. This right here also makes me not hate Terry McLaurin as much. And it's going to make everybody who's moved Pickens up probably more right, because he's going to continue to rise. Like, I could see Pickens getting up into the round, like the back end of the fourth round here by the end of this. I think that's a game people will target, kind of like what happened with the Lions and Niners last year. So, and the whole schedule hasn't come out. If the Bears and Niners are correct, and I heard that that is at Niners, if it is true as well. So that's a huge bonus for all the Bears if it is true. Give me Fields and the running backs. Pass catches are dead for me for that game. Yeah. I wonder if the Lamb team start taking Terry a lot. They will. I'd already been doing that because of divisional correlation, right? So, like, I never landed the bring back all the way around of Jaden Daniels as well. If you get that confirmed, I will go ahead and update it on my thing. And you know what else? This makes me more into Amon-Ra as well. Because we have Lions at Vikings. Like, I'm probably going to go ahead and take Neighbors here. No, we'll go ahead and take Amon-Ra. And the Addison ADP lines up with Amon pretty well as well. So I don't think Addison will ever go up in value. He'll become a staple probably here at the 6th round at 58 or 63. I think we're going to see a lot of Amon with one of them down there. Yeah, so, and if you're just popping in, please smash the like for me. And if you enjoy the content, subscribing would help out a lot. I looked through my analytics yesterday and only 20% of my viewers are subscribed. So, but I'm getting the same amount of views every day. All right, we got, I think, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Achan. I think Achan's price will come up. Maybe McConkey's. McConkey hasn't, he doesn't have a landing spot yet. So, like, I'm going to get, like, if there's a bunch of teams here, like, the Browns are the team that I think everybody, the Browns and the Steelers and the Ravens still don't have opponents yet. So we'll see. I will put Bears at Niners down here because we're not sure if it happened. But I'm pretty sure that that did, but it's not, like, I haven't seen it set in stone yet. I'm also very curious. The Falcons was already out, right? Yeah, the Rams at Falcons. Like, the Niners defense, or the Rams defense was only good in the playoffs last year, or like the last week of the season and in the playoffs. That could be an anomaly. It could just be a sign that they're going to get better throughout this season. You don't know. Like, they were young, so it would make a lot of sense that they do get better. But that offense is probably going to be putting up a lot of points this year. And the Falcons' defense probably not going to be elite. So we're going to start seeing a lot of Puka with Drake London. Or London with Devontae Adams if he comes back. Like, I know I'm pretty excited. What about the rest of you? And then, like, after I finish the chart, I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at, like, the first 5 weeks because I'm wondering when they're going to put the first week of buys. Last year was week 5. I don't know if that's an every year thing I feel like last year the first week of buys was a little earlier than usual, but maybe I'm just wrong there. Uh, it'll be nice to see which weeks they put 6 teams on buy. Schedule today just reminds me how insane us basketball sickos are. Yeah, it's like the part that bothers me, and like everybody's been saying it, just put the whole schedule out. Like making it an event to have us go to NFL.com or whatever, or actually watch NFL Network to watch it. Like, why? If nobody watches it, maybe they stop making it this gigantic deal. I get it. They have no content at this point in the year. So they're trying to do something. Like, I understand it. But if you look at what games were all leaked, pretty much every game was leaked that came from yeah, I'll go ahead and take Terry McLaurin here. I might actually be able to get a Jaden Daniels Terry McLaurin stack. That's a game environment I want, so would be fantastic. Surprised. I'm assuming that JCH here hasn't looked at the schedule, or he doesn't like Devonte Adams. Like Devonte Adams over here is a fantastic smash by Hartman. Like I love that. So now I have to bring up a Cowboy at some point. Maybe like Pickens will not make it back to me, but if he does, I will absolutely smash that. Fantasy football in Espanol. I've been a red badge and underdog for a year. I checked today is silver. I have never seen that. Is it this color? Is it JCH Lawyer's color or is it a new color? I'm just curious. Yeah, I don't know if that's considered. I've never heard of that. I mean, you might. Okay. Jaden Blue is probably the answer for me, honestly. I mean, I know everybody says it's crazy, but like if I have to, I'll still smash uh Turpin in the final round, you know? Like there's no way Pickens makes it back with all the buzz. So we can go ahead and kiss that goodbye. You might want to like if I were you, I would just message support and ask. Like I honestly have no clue, and support usually gets back to you. And I've had to message them a couple times, and it usually takes like an hour, hour and a half before they message you back. So and I've always had a lot of luck. Like they're always able to answer whatever it was pretty quick. Maybe they did something with the coding to like make pick'ems or something not count towards it because I think at one point, and I don't know exactly what all goes into the badge system, but I believe pick'ems at one point. Oh, it's Chiado. Okay, demoted. Got it. I was wondering like it makes sense. I assume that you're putting together a channel there, sir. I uh I was messing around with CLN and StreamYard or Streamlabs today. We were trying to figure out how to get the bring a guest stuff on working because it's a lot different than StreamYard is. I definitely want to get to where I can bring guests on. A lot of people that I would like to bring on, a few people that I know would like to come on. So that is a market I can't tap. So, but there's definitely a market for that. Look at this. Hallelujah. George Pickens falls down to me. I get a Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, George Pickens stack with Amon Ra. Gonna come back around. Probably, hopefully get the player I talked about earlier and just stack this up. I don't know. We could go for the double correlation with Miami. We could do Miami. We could do Godwin. We could do Addison. I think I want to do Godwin, honestly. I'm going to go ahead and do Godwin. Give myself the H-hand bring back. Another quarterback out. The all four of these players that aren't Terry McLaurin, I have my quarterback still available. And everybody, like Amon is kind of by himself right now. I could get a bring back here with Hawkinson, most likely. Like Hawkinson never goes that early. Pickens right in the lap. Like I was not expecting that, but if that happened, I absolutely was going to do it. Yeah, this room is a little wild. And Waddle still hasn't went. I hope Waddle makes it all the way back to Dale in the one hole. That would be fantastic. Yeah. Anybody who's in here, if you want to jump on over to his channel and give a sub, that'd be awesome. I will, whenever this stream is over, I will go do that. Or in between drafts, I might go ahead and jump over on a different browser. I'm not gonna be able to help you with subs like that much because I mean the subs help, right? But I won't be able to listen. I won't be able to listen at all. Baker unstacked here. I plan on doing something. So one of my stacks get taken. Baker Mayfield goes right here. At least, I mean, this player brought Mike Evans up with Bucky Irving, so this makes sense. Like what they're doing makes sense. We got RJ Harvey all the way at 48. How high do you have Harvey, sir? I know you said you can't do the talk thing, like chat and draft. That's pretty high for Harvey. I I could be wrong. I think he's going to stabilize kind of where he's at, if not fall just a little bit. Steph Diggs probably does fall from here on out because of uh the matchup. I don't think it's that big of a deal. We'll go ahead and take Tony Pollard here. Tony Pollard to me feels fantastic. Harvey might be one of the best clicks on the board, but we don't know yet, right? I definitely don't want to be light, like under 5% on Harvey. His price makes me uncomfortable for sure. What up, Putt Daddy? We talked a little bit about the schedule. The Commanders play the Cowboys, and George Pickens fell back into my lap with the Terry McLaurin Jaden Daniels stack. So things went reasonably well there. Now I was hoping both of these players weren't available. I don't really have a bring back option with Amon Ra, but I don't need a bring back on everything. But I also don't have a. Yeah, I think I go ahead and take Hawkinson. I like Hawkinson either way. So, team right now: Jaden Daniels, Devon Achane, Tony Pollard. Wide receivers: Amon, Terry McLaurin, George Pickens, Chris Godwin, T.J. Hawkinson. Very correlated right now with the Week 17 stuff. Tennessee doesn't have one listed yet. I don't believe. They do not. But I did think about going with Diggs. I think his price is pretty nuts at that point. It probably was the right click. I if he falls down to the back end of this round because of the Week 17 game, I'm already at like 21%. It'll probably be a number I'm uncomfortable with after that. Like I don't think I can take a whole lot more of him. I think we're going to see a bunch of if the Bears, we're going to go look and see if it updated yet. If the Bears Niners thing is correct, we will almost definitely see all of the Niners come up in price. Yep, Bears at Niners is confirmed. It's the Sunday night game. So, Bears Niners also confirmed. That game is pretty huge. Like, that'll probably be everybody's favorite game to target this year. Neither team has, in our minds, an elite defense. The Bears actually don't have to play in a cold game. You got offensive weapons everywhere. Like, it's very reminiscent of the game that actually mattered last year, which is 49ers Lions, right? Welcome, Victor. We got Jaden. Like, I haven't got a whole lot of Jaden post draft, but I make him feel like he makes my teams feel good. I really enjoy his stuff. I wonder who is building Bears 49ers in this room. No idea. No idea at all. Is this guy doing it? This guy is not. Jordan Mason went. I was hoping he would make it back to me. I mean, I kind of. I don't know. Well, do I want another Dolphin here? I think I'm just going to go ahead and take Tootin. I personally feel like Tootin is a tier above Najee, Devontae, Jaden Blue, Stevenson. This room's doing some weird stuff, so there is a chance that Jaden Blue makes it back to me at 130. I will probably. I already have Pickens, so I don't really have to worry about forcing a bring back. I am probably going to end up with. I don't know. I could end up with a bunch of different quarterbacks. Jared Goff is still available for me. I don't know how I feel about that. Not actually that big on him. Which wide receiver do I want? Or do I want to go ahead and lock that? You know, I'm going to go ahead and finish out tight end. I'm going to take Jonnu, getting a 13 pick discount. I actually like Jonnu quite a bit anyway. It gives me a little team correlation with Miami. Also got the bring back in Chris Godwin. So I feel like that's the right move. It probably, like, where is the Tyreek Hill drafter? Got to look and see what he's doing and what the Jalen Waddle drafter is doing. At least there's different people. He has Kyler unstacked. And then the Waddle drafter seems to be doing things that make sense. So we will see. He might have to pull somebody up. He could just be like he already has Jalen Hurts. He might just be going with Bryce Young. Forgot about the schedule release today, but what's up? Hey, not much, sir. Najee on the Charger. Tootin's not even close. I think in the back half of the season we're gonna want Tootin. Like for the whole season, Najee is probably fine. I also really like Hampton. I know you're big on Najee, but yeah, Hawk and Jonnu, I can stop, right? Like, I don't really have to worry about anything else. They're both bringbacks. Like, both their quarterbacks are available still. I think that was the right call. Jared Goff would have felt pretty good, though, as well. I don't know if I've clicked Najee post-draft. Like, I will if he comes back, I'll tell you that. If he comes back all the way over here, I'm smashing that. I think, like, I don't think Najee's a bad click, but kind of like Ramondre Stevenson, I think they should go in very similar ranges. And 123, that's kind of where I'm, like 116, like once Tootin's off the board, I think I'm okay clicking Najee. Kind of like Ramondre, if I need a running back, like in the 120s, I think I'm fine with it. Yeah. So you're just joining this Green Bean. These are the confirmed Week 17 games right now. Got Lions, Vikings, Cowboys, Commanders, Broncos, Chiefs, Patriots, Jets, Bucks, Dolphins, Eagles, Bills, Giants, Raiders, Bears at Niners, Rams at Falcons. And as you see, George Pickens fell all the way back into my lap. We got a Terry Jaden stack here. And then we have a Bucks Dolphins things going as well. All of the quarterbacks are going. We'll see what happens here. The Tyreek, what did they do? The Waddle drafter didn't take anybody. I bet they're making a lot of smart decisions. I'm going to assume they're not going to take Tua. I mean, I think I want Jaden Blue here. I mean, who I want is Drake May. That's who I want. But we'll vary a little bit. We'll take Jaden Blue. Hey, no problem, sir. This and welcome Disbanded. What do we got going on here in the 12 hole? CMC, Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison, Devontae, Zay Flowers, Kenneth Walker, Pearsall, Swift, Purdy, Loveland. I was expecting Drake May to fall back, honestly. We'll see if it does happen. Because I knew Hartman was probably going to take Trevor Lawrence. I do kind of need another wide receiver, though. I only have 4. It does make sense to take my next wide receiver here. I feel pretty okay about that. I have a lot of late upside for my running backs. I think man, I'm going to feel bad if I push Drake May. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't love any of these receivers, right? Like, I think the receivers dry up pretty bad here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just take the Drake May. Be good. I got a discount on Drake May, 13 picks. He has several backstack options. I probably won't backstack him with Hunter Henry. Who do I want? Yeah, and May is so safe. Like, Drake May, Jaden Daniels feels very good. Like, it feels very good. Only having 4 wide receivers doesn't feel the best, but it is 4 through 6 rounds. So I just need to I definitely have to go 8 wide receivers. We'll go through the team again. We got a 2-4-4-2 right now. Jaden Daniels, Drake May. Running backs, Achane, Tony Pollard, Bayshaw Tootin, Jaden Blue. Wide receivers, Amon-Ra, Terry McLaurin, George Pickens, Chris Godwin. Tight ends, TJ Hawkinson and Jonnu Smith. We're done there. Now, this is a team that I don't plan on taking Tua, but if Tua is available 30 picks past ADP, I'll probably go ahead and slap him on this team as well. It's not needed by any means, but having 2 pass catchers for the Dolphins, it could make sense. I don't really need to do it. Like, my next 2 picks almost have to be wide receiver, though. Need to take. Like, a team I'm most interested in is the Chargers, because I'm a big believer that the Chargers are going to score a bunch of points this year. I'm just hoping they can dodge one of the 3 really tough defenses that's left. So, somebody's going to get to play the Jaguars. Somebody's going to get to play the Colts. Somebody still gets to play the Panthers that's left. That feels really good. Like, any of these teams that gets the Panthers, and I'm going to guess it's just going to be the Saints division thing. I don't remember if the AFC West plays the South, the NFC South. If they do, Chargers, Panthers would be absolutely nuts. Hey, what's up, Candyman? Whoever plays the Bengals could be a nice spot also. Yeah, and if the Bengals and Panthers play week 17, my lord, no defense, all offense on both sides, like, that would be ludicrous. So I don't take any Christian Kirk, but I will smash him here. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and take Christian Kirk. That was a very easy click. He was, 23 picks past ADP or something? Whenever you don't like a guy, just take him when he falls 10 plus picks past ADP. LAC versus Seattle. I mean, that could be. Yeah. I haven't seen, like, I'm sure somebody could look up what divisions play what divisions. I forget. I can, whenever I'm on the clock again, I'll look through the matrix and figure it out real quick. It won't take very long. I believe the Chiefs play the Bucks at some point this year. So that means if that's true, that means that the Panthers is still on the board for the Chargers. I mean, I just take the rookie, right? Get a mini team stack here with Houston. Yeah, I think we just do that. We just go ahead and take Kirk and Kirk's replacement, both at an ADP value. AFC West versus NFC East. All right, so this is incomplete. We will go down here and look. So the AFC South plays the Panthers division. So we will go back and look. The Colts, Jaguars, Titans, and Texans, none of them have an opponent yet. So any of these teams, the Jaguars could play the Panthers in a ludicrous game where you have Tet McMillan versus Travis Hunter would be fantastic. That would be amazing. That is what I'm rooting for. That game would be fire. That would be the game I would be targeting. I believe, like, neither one of those are domes, but they should be good weather. The whole NFC East is filled out. Yeah, it's weird. Every year, all of the or the AFC East gets leaked. All the New York teams gets leaked like instantly, the day of. I don't. I don't really like Broncos Chiefs. Both defenses are fine. What's weird is like Rashee Rice is probably the biggest winner. AFC South plays NFC West. Maybe I just seen a. So the Bucks play the Texans and the Jets. Panthers. Okay, yeah, they play the East. You're right. You're right. The Bucks play the Tech. I was confused because the Bucks play the Texans as their 17th game. I forgot about the 17th game. So there are no more teams in that division available. So they are almost certainly playing an NFC team. I am definitely confused. Coolers, like, I stay in that state and it's fun. Looks like the Panthers versus Jags is already confirmed for week 1. This feels like playing the board game Guess Who. I mean, Guess Who? Welcome to the chat, Rusty. I believe this is your first time here. I hope you end up enjoying the content. And one NFC South game. Yeah, they're like, after my picks, I'll go back and look at the matrix. I still need another wide receiver. I'm sure probably need to tack on. I mean, I will love Cedric Tillman here. All kinds of value falling in this draft. This team is nice. Got 23 picks of value on Tillman, 9 picks of value on Noel, 28 picks on Christian Kirk. We got 12 picks on Jonnu Smith. We got 12 picks on Drake May. Burnt a little bit here on Tootin, but this team has a lot of CLV. I will probably. Yeah, I want a running back here. I could go ahead and take Demario Douglas as well. I think if Roshan's there, I take Roshan. Glasses and a big beard. Yep, guess who? Rasheed Rice, you mean the guy that's going to average 5 receptions for 40 yards if everyone's healthy? He, like, matchup wise, Rasheed Rice is the best player for Kansas City because Patrick Surtain will be on somebody, right? But Patrick Surtain plays outside and Rasheed Rice will play on the slot. So if somebody on Kansas City's offense eats, the odds are it's going to be Rasheed Rice in that game. Uh, I know Pro Football Focus was saying that RJ Harvey, like, or not the RJ Harvey, but they're kind of worried about Kansas City's interior rush defense, which could make Harvey kind of good. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, he absolutely could make Worthy. But Andy Reid's really good about putting, like, moving the players around and getting matchups right. I kind of assume that Hollywood Brown will be the one on him, or he'll have to guard Hollywood Brown a bunch of the game. We need to vetted that team. Yeah, we so yeah, it's basically the Saints, Cardinals, or Seahawks probably. So most likely the Saints play the Panthers uh in week 17. And that would be fantastic because I've actually been doing a lot of backstacks with both of those teams, even at the same time. So I've actually been into Tyler Shuck a little bit. Not saying it's a good idea, but it's free. And since I'm trying to push quarterback quite often, I end up having to backstack. And if all the stacks end up going, my second quarterback, or I end up on a 3 quarterback build, and Shuck is pretty easy to stack late. Kelsey's still there. Rice will be sharing underneath stuffs with him. Maybe. I mean, Kelsey is definitely there. At that point in the season, Kelsey looked slow at the end of the year last year, but he had to play. I bet Kansas City rests Kelsey a lot this year and tries to keep him healthy for the playoffs. Especially if we're in a, it matters as well, like what the situation is for the playoffs. I think Kansas City is going to be in a race for the division this year. I think there'll be a 3-way race in that division with all but the Raiders. And I actually think the Raiders are a fine team. This isn't a knock on the Raiders. It's a bonus for the other teams. All right, we got my last 2 picks. I got a 2-5-7-2. What? I think I want an upside rookie here. We could go Ollie Gordon with Devon Achan to get the bring back in case of something. I think I'll do that. I don't hate like tacking this on at the end of the draft. And we've seen plenty of times like 2 years ago, there were plenty of times that Mostert and Achan both looked really good. So we got which one of these guys do I want? Do I want DK? I don't have, well, Demario Douglas is still here. So we'll slap on Demario Douglas. I mean, this ADP, like another 20 rounds of ADP value. Not that big of a deal in the dollar range, but we still got it. Uh, I took Tyler Shuck a couple of times when my quarterback was one of the elite. If I take Lamar or Allen or whatever, I'm not looking to spend much at all on quarterback two, so it's always Bryce or someone even later. That was my goal. I was stacking up for Tua, but I have a Drake May problem, and he was 13 picks past ADP, so I snagged that. We got a 2-6-8-2. Jaden Daniels, Drake May, running backs Devon Achane, Tony Pollard, Bashaw Tootin, Jaden Blue, Roshan Johnson, Ollie Gordon. Wide receivers Amon Ra, Terry McLaurin, George Pickens, Chris Godwin, Jalen Knoll, and Christian Kirk, Cedric Tillman, Demario Douglas. We got TJ Hawkinson and Jonnu Smith. We don't have a Bills bring or a Jets bring back on New England, but we have bring back with a double bring back with Jaden Blue and Pickens on Terry and Jaden Daniels, and we correlated the Dolphins and the Bucks as well. And then we also got Amon with the bring back of Hawkinson. I like this team. Feels pretty good. Who's up for another puppy? Another 30-second puppy. Yeah, I forced Hartman to choose between stacking up BTJ and 13 picks of value on that. Before we enter, I'll go ahead and go over Hartman's team. It looked like he was cooking, though. May is a top 3 quarterback exposure for me, so I'm right there with you. Absolutely. My quarterback exposures are Drake May, or Bryce Young, then Drake May right now. All right, Hartman, 3.573. Brock Purdy, Trevor Lawrence, Tyler Shuck, Christian McCaffrey, Kenneth Walker, DeAndre Swift, Tyler Algier, Devin Neal. I love the late Neal Shuck, Jawan Johnson stack. I'm assuming you took Jawan Johnson. I haven't looked yet, but it just feels so clean. You can do it last 3 rounds almost every time, and it's awesome. Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison, Devontae Adams, Zay Flowers, Ricky Pearsall, Shaheed. There's your stack. Josh Palmer. That's a really solid wide receiver room. Colston Loveland, Cade Otton, and Jatavian Sanders. Very good team. He leaned in a little bit, assuming that the Week 17 is still going to be that. I think it's smart. It feels like that's going to happen. It was the plan. Yeah, I've done it a bunch, and it's one of those, as long as I get one of them, I'm fine, but I prefer 2. And Shaheed at a 20-pick discount. I mean, so yeah, at that point in the draft, it was nuts, right? I didn't take the 20-pick discount on Shaheed because I wanted my correlation with Jaden Blue, and I feel like Jaden Blue is going to go up. Because I have Pickens, it's a team stack with a bring back. So I passed him, and I forced you to choose between Drake May and Shaheed, right? Surprised he didn't. He could have. It's whatever. There was a lot of value there. Kyle Pitts wasn't value, though. I'm surprised. I wouldn't have done that. Then let's look at Dale. Dale joined with us, too. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Josh Jacobs, R.J. Harvey, Burrow, Judy, Demont, Mooney, Mark Andrews, Jordan Love, Tucker Kraft. Love Tucker Kraft. This is one of my favorite turns to make. If I'm in the one hole, I probably have too much Chase Brown or Jamar Chase with Jordan Love and Kraft because I do that reasonably often. Rashad White, Romeo Dobbs, Pierce, J.K. Dobbins, Pat Bryant, Blake Corum, and a mystery box for the last pick. That's a very solid team as well. Anyway, we'll be entering a 30-second puppy in 10 seconds. I'm assuming it still doesn't work. I don't even try to to do it on my browser anymore. It never works, so I never try. We have 7 more to start. Anybody who wants in, come on and get in. While we're waiting, I will go ahead and name my team. I use these stars to signify it was streamed. All right, we're still waiting on 5. King of QC, welcome. Yeah, Lovecraft is an easy double tap. And exactly what he did is he came back and he took Dobbs. I don't like to click Dobbs, but it's probably a really good click. And he's one of those players that if he gets traded, like some people think, is it really that bad? I mean, teams don't trade for players they don't plan on using, right? Like, so when people are worried about a player getting traded, like, I don't think that's the worry for people. I would assume their worry is that he's not gonna like see the field as often. So we'll go through some of the weeks just for fun. Week 1 was fully out already. Not all the time slots yet, but for anybody who wants to know, this is week 1 right here. We got Cowboys, Eagles to start off. We got Chiefs, Chargers, Giants, Commanders, Bucks, Falcons, Jets, Steelers, Cardinals, Saints, Panthers at Jags, Dolphins at Colts, Raiders at Patriots, Bengals at Browns, Texans at Rams, Titans at Broncos, Lions at Packers, Niners at Seahawks, Ravens at Bills, and the Monday night game is Vikings at Bears. That should be fun. I mean, that definitely sounds like a lot of fun for week 1. We start the week off with Cowboys, Eagles, Chiefs, Chargers, and end with another 2 great games in Ravens, Bills, and Vikings, Bears. That feels awesome. We're still waiting on 2 people. It's a 30-second puppy for anybody who wants in. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are in here. I probably won't be getting 80 picks of ADP value this draft. Did I join the wrong room? Did I? I did enter 20 seconds. Why did... That's my bad, guys. Yeah, that's... I'm sorry about that. I feel bad. I really do. Uh, yeah, I must have. Was there the same amount of people? Yeah, elite rug pull. Yeah, I rug pulled myself. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess I zoned out. That's my bad. I mean, I touchdownosaurus. That's a great name. I don't really know what to say, like, except sorry. Like, I rug pulled the hell out of you. Wasn't it yesterday they actually pulled? They stopped the 20-second rooms for some reason. Yeah, that's the first time I've done that. Hopefully, it's one of the last. Tomorrow, I'm planning on drafting Eliminator. After I look at the schedule a little bit, I think I want to draft an Eliminator or 2. We got a yeah. I so also with the schedule here. Where is it? With the week 18, like we have the week 17. We have the Bills Eagles. Like, that might be pretty good for Barkley. Yeah, now I will be getting that. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I What's weird is they must have been filling at the same rate because nobody said anything. I mean, I'm actually not afraid at all of Puka. I know some people are a little afraid of Puka right now with the just with the volume from Devonte Adams. I don't think it really matters. Also, do you guys want tunes again or not? Second draft, I'll give you the option. Do you guys want to hear the music? Do you guys not want to hear the music? It is 100% up to you. Rams at Falcons. That's what I need to target. We'll see if London. I mean, if Thomas or Almond come back, I take them, right? But if they don't, then I will target London for sure. I think that I mean that's a game I think could be a really good game too. I'm gonna be solo on Puka. I take ARSB and neighbors. Oh, wow, I still have Puka as my wide receiver 4. So could you imagine if the Chargers get to play the Bengals? Chargers Bengals would be a fantastic game, wouldn't it? The problem is you would never be able to like it would be so hard to stack them together. Because T goes over next to Jamar Chase and Ladd goes on the other side. So you'd have to pull people around the board to get any of them, right? So that game could be fire. So you would see a lot of Ladd with Chase Brown, but to do anything else, you'll have to like pull T Higgins to the first round or something crazy to like get 3 of them. Yeah, I mean T with Ladd at the 1-2 would be fine. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even be opposed to doing that once or twice. You're just never going to get another piece, right? Like, I guess you could pull Hampton up to this side too, but you're giving away so much value you throughout the season. Like, if it hits, it hits. But I mean, that would be a game you'd want pieces of for sure. And I think that would make Hampton's value go up, which maybe people would just start stacking Chase Brown like with Hampton. So like Ladd, Hampton, Chase Brown would probably be fairly common, and it would make a lot of sense to me. It would be I know a lot of people like wide receivers over running backs, but that would be one way to do it. Uh, Number 20, like. Thank you, Fantasy Dog. Good thing Fantasy Dog wasn't in here because I just rug pulled the whole chat. He would have been upset at me. He would have been upset. Maybe. I think. What do I want here? Do I want. I don't have like any Kyron Williams. I'm going to go ahead and take Mike Evans. I I think the Dolphins are a really good matchup for the Bucks too. So I didn't even go over that in the last time. But the Dolphins secondary should be significantly worse this year. And got like somebody on the Bucks is absolutely going to eat that week. For sure. I'm not that smart to be upset. No, I told everybody I was doing a 30-second and I accidentally entered the 20-second. And then theirs filled and I was sitting here waiting. Hartman called me out. I deserved it. It's all good. I hope. Lost a couple viewers when that happened. Uh, I'm assuming. I'm assuming maybe King of QC left. I hadn't seen him in here much. It's all good. If they did, it was deserved. So try to get in a stream draft, and they get you on like. So I wonder if DJ Moore comes back up the board a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and take Tet McMillan, though. Starting 4 wide receivers. Still here. Nice. Yeah, I know several left. Oh, 5 o'clock. Like, okay, 5 o'clock hit. A bunch of several people were starting streams right now. I know. Hey, welcome, Tom. Thanks for stopping in, sir. If you are not, go over to his channel. He's part of Fantasy Sanctuary and Emo Cowboy, Tom, Rich, the rest of them. They do really good work. They stream every Monday, usually Monday 4 p.m. as well. They're usually right alongside with me. I usually put their stream on as I'm streaming and then listen to it later. It's always a good time. Like one of my favorites to listen to. And then so right now I believe there's a couple, like I know a drafters guy goes live right at 5 o'clock now. Big Draft Energy. If you prefer drafters, you can go over there, give him a follow. He gives away tickets like almost daily. Usually streams for 2 hours and gives away a free ticket fairly often. Hey, I'm glad somebody thinks so. I'm glad I'm here. I know that. Nothing really crazy happening in this draft. Finding those schedule sweet spots is a hard time. Yeah, it really is. And if I remember right, like I wasn't intending to go live at the same time as Tom and Emo every week. But I was thinking that they went live an hour later previously, and I'm probably wrong on that, but I wanted the time for myself to do it every day. Tom, I believe he lives in England, so it's hard for him to stream with Emo or anybody in America. Just time situations. I mean, they didn't let me get the RJ Harvey. I think I'm fine taking, like, go ahead and stacking this up. Giddy Chuba. I am not great with flags. I think I know, but I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to start a war. Someone once told me trying to go live at 15 past the hour instead. That way you're a slightly different time. Never got around to trying it, but my brain defaults to the hour. Yeah, no, like I'm actually going to start doing that sometimes. So the days I have to work overtime, I'm basically gonna, instead of going live at 4, I'm just gonna set it for 4:15 because I have an hour drive and like I can get here, but if anything comes up or I even have to like get gas, I will be pushing it So I'll start on those days. I will definitely be doing it that way. You know, I think I want. I'm going to go ahead and lean into the schedule possibility. I'm going to take Chris Olave here. Based on what we see with the current stuff, Saints Panthers feels fairly likely to be left on the board for week 17. We got a divisional correlation there. I mean, week 18 is mostly out. Saints Panthers are still available there too. So it feels likely. I need some more Olave anyway. This gives me a very good base at wide receiver. I just know Monday through Thursday it's who at 2. You must be West Coast. But that's fantastic. Who at 2? That's awesome. Yeah, it every once in a while uh it'll be 4:15. Like that will happen here and there. Whenever, because overtime is picking up where I work. So on those days during the week I will be doing that. I've been working on setting up streaming with other people in StreamYard or Streamlabs. It's a little bit more of a process than it is on StreamYard. So I've been working on setting that up. Whenever I get that live, I'll probably start trying to have a guest on Sunday evenings, like do a Sunday evening stream with a guest or something. I always catch the Fantasy Sanctuary replay though. Yeah, it's a good time for sure. We got Steph Diggs did not fall in this room. Last room he went at like 86 or something. I mean, I and based on what happened in that last room, I highly doubt they were people looking at what's going on with the schedule. And I'm assuming that something else has dropped since I've went live. I haven't had the ability to look and see if any more week 17 has been announced. The last one I heard was the Bears and Niners, which is a great spot to be in. I actually think that that's going to help bring DJ Moore up a little bit. West Coast ish and retired. All I need is a spreadsheet of streamers and times. No, that's the life right there, right? Just chilling, drafting some best ball, listening to football talk all day. I'm assuming, are you a golfer or do you just do the golf fantasy? So I don't get to Caleb Johnson very often. He's falling here. I'll go ahead and take a share of Caleb Johnson. When I get Johnson, I want it to be ADP values. This is a little bit of a value, so I'll go ahead and take this here. Golfer, but I have to get back into shape to get back to it. I never got in shape, so I don't know what you mean. So we got. Do I just want to take Baker here? I think I just want to take Baker here. Call it good. So through 8 rounds, we have Baker Mayfield, Chuba Hubbard, Caleb Johnson, wide receivers Puka, Drake London, Mike Evans, Tet, Chris Olave. Feels pretty solid. I will definitely want a running back on the way backs. Cowboys at Washington. Wish it was Cowboys at Dallas. Right. Yeah, I don't think it like It will be cold there, but it doesn't get like incredibly inclement weather there. Usually, it's not as north as it was, but Cowboys, like Commanders at Cowboys, would be better for sure. The Patriots Jets game and the Eagles Bills game have a little bit of a red flag to it, right? Like the Rams Falcons fast track should be wild. The Vikings Lions is going to be wild. The Bucks Dolphins, like it it's outdoor, but like it's in Florida, right? So a lot of really good games to target with both teams having really good offensive pieces. I want to be into Diggs because I love May, but the age plus the major injury risk is tough to buy in. I understand that. I know people use this term negatively, like what do you win when you win? The thing is, when you win with Steph Diggs, you're getting a seventh round player that should be a third round price. And that's a big win. Like value adjusted, like does he have a chance to be wide receiver one this year? Probably not. I'm not completely silly, but he's the like worst case is he's re-injured, right? But I don't think that's incredibly likely. I mean, it's like I guess I can't say that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. He's not really had an injury history. I know he's older. I know it was a major injury, but he is absolutely the alpha there. There's no questions about that. They got an ascending offense. They improved the offensive line. Their defense is going to be solid. And like, if he hits, he's a third round pick. If he loses, like you can do well losing a seventh round pick. When I made my channel famous, I will invite you whenever, as long as we don't have to do it in Espanol. Because I know like 7 words in Espanol. And that's really bad because I have cousins that are. My uncle married a Mexican woman who only, like, they only spoke Spanish for a while. So, but I never lived around them. So I never got embraced into it. We'll take Jalen Warren as well. Caleb Johnson and Jalen Warren. We know they're going to run a bunch. Do I love handcuffing? Not really. But I got both of these running backs at a little bit of a discount. We know they're going to run the ball. We know that they're probably going to have different game scripts. Both of them won't be able to hit the same game. They'll probably eat into each other a little bit. But it's probably not the best pick, to be honest with you. But there's not a ton of draft capital involved in this. If one of them was like RJ Harvey and the other one was going here, I'd probably be completely out on it. But this, I I think it's fine not to do it every time, but to do it some. Kind of like Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. That would be fine to do some, as long as it's not every time, in my eyes. Give me that fast track. Doing back to see your week 17 findings. Fantasy dog having troubles with the keyboard. Like, we've all been there. Like, it's being a gamer, especially a PC gamer. The worst is whenever you reach up for your drink, you take a drink, and you go back down, your fingers are on the wrong keys, and you're like, why ain't I moving? Why ain't I moving? Right? It's good stuff. You getting angry because your keyboard's not working, but really, you're just an idiot. The good time. I do that in chat sometimes too. We got a Genty Bauer start here with Chase Brown, Xavier Worthy, RJ Harvey, Roma Dunze. So 2 wide receivers through 6. And the third wide receiver in the 10th. Not exactly what I would do, given that you have to start 3 wide receivers every week. You have 4 running backs and 2 tight ends, both before then. All right, so I kind of need another running back or a. Do I want Tucker Kraft? I think I want Tucker Kraft here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take Tucker Kraft. Like, he's really good. It gives me the chance to wrap back around and take Jordan Love. We got I haven't ended up getting. I completely forgot what I was doing earlier. And I meant to take Jonnu Smith. But he ended up going before me. So I'll probably have to bring back the Bucks with Ollie Gordon, which I don't like. I don't really like that at all. I might actually just go Malik Washington or something. I think that makes more sense. We my mind's like spacey today. I feel like I'm kind of zoning out and like talking in circles. I baited all of you into a room, which I wasn't in. I think that got to me. So do I think I go ahead and not take. I don't know. Do I think I go ahead and take Jordan Love actually, and then I'll take a third quarterback with this team. My next pick needs to be a running back. I got Chuba, Caleb Johnson, Jordan Mason, and Jalen Warren. I honestly don't love this running back room. It feels like I've only got 3 because I did the stack. I will probably go 6. If I do stack up a backfield like this, I do feel like if it was like a something, I basically use it as a -1 roster spot at that position. Like, you kind of have to go thin at another roster spot if you're going to do that. Don't feel bad. I got Drake May all stacked up without me. Oh, nice. At least one person in the other draft is happy about it. Anybody heard any more news on if the schedules? I'm gonna look real quick and see. Oh, apparently some more have been dropped. Seahawks at Carolina. So Seahawks at Carolina. That's awful because I don't have any Seahawks anywhere because I don't. But if we get the Sharps trade or the Kenneth Walker trade, we're good. And then Arizona plays the Bengals. So there's 2 more picks. Arizona and the Bengals. That could be awesome. Arizona Bengals, like Trey McBride with Jamar Chase. Yeah, I'm not into JSN at all. Kenneth Walker is fine. Um yeah, I am not a fan of that matchup at all. So, yeah, we went ahead and took Bryce Young here to pair up here. What's up, who? What's up, everybody's? Thanks for stopping in, Nick and Aaron Sandy. Welcome to 2-3 turn MHJ. Yeah, it's going to be Jamar Chase, MHJ, and Trey McBride in some fashion pretty often. Or T. Higgins. Yeah, it definitely going to be shaking some things up there for sure. I think we have to go Braylon Allen here. Like I said, I don't hate the stacking the backfield, but I honestly done it not forgetting that I took Caleb Johnson. It's a backfield I don't, like I said before, I don't hate it. What did I just do? We'll go back to, nope, that's the wrong one. All right. So, looking at this chart, so the Cardinals are at Cincinnati, though, too. So it is going to be. Cincinnati is not a dome, is it? Maybe I'm wrong. I believe it's outdoors. We got Jacksonville, Indy as well has been announced. We got, I think it's at Colts, right? Yeah. So we have that as well. So, yeah, I was pretty sure. So that's a slight knock as well to the Cardinals. Like, you expected the Cardinals this whole time to be in a dome, right? Like, I know I've expected them to be playing in a dome this whole time. So, yeah, right. Because it's right next to the rivers. I and Kyler isn't used. Like, I I'll have to look and see how Kyler's done in cold weather. I don't think it's been great. If and I first, I'm not positive. I'm thinking Kyler Murray, like one of his knocks coming into the league was he had small hands. And if that's true, I believe that small hands usually don't do as well in the cold weather. So there is that. I don't love that honestly for either team. Like, the Bengals are used to it, but as far as the Cardinals, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just take Dobbins here. Be done at 6 running backs. I have a very top heavy wide receiver group here. I got 3 quarterbacks. Need probably 2 more tight ends. Maybe 1 more tight end. Probably 2 tight ends and stop at 6 receivers. This is definitely not one of my better drafts, for sure. We have Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love, Bryce Young, Chuba, Caleb Johnson, Jordan Mason, Jalen Warren, Braylon Allen, J.K. Dobbins, Puka, Drake, Evans, Tet, Olave, and then Tucker Kraft. Hopefully, I get Zach Ertz here. This is, I don't like Wandale that much, but on this team, I could see Wandale fitting as just a bye week guy, and assuming that these guys dominate all season, right? So I'm willing to take a Wandale or Demario Douglas or somebody on this team where I normally kind of shy away from him. That's what we'll do, and then we will finish this draft out with 2 tight ends. I could have taken Kate Otten there as well to stack with Baker, but I think that this is better. Because if Douglas went and he did with the next pick, I wouldn't have felt that comfortable like tacking on like DK or I mean maybe Deontay Johnson as a last round pick there, but Wandale feels like he's at least going to give me a floor during my bye weeks, right? So that's why I took Wandale with this wide receiver room, because he's probably not going to start unless there's a bye week. But if it's a bye week, I want to make sure he gets some points, right? Like, that's my thought. I don't know if it's the right way to think about it, but that is the way I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm ready to go over the schedule in full force, though. Like, the Giants Raiders game is actually pretty enticing. Like, Neighbors Bowers stuff, that's going to feel really good. That's going to feel really good, honestly. I don't know. I'm going to name 2 games, and in the chat, let me know which one of those 2 games you would rather stack. First, we'll go Giants Raiders and Rams Falcons. Giants Raiders or Rams Falcons? Which one do you like more? I think I lean Rams Falcons, but it's close. Wandale, about to shock the world, yo. I wonder if the like. So we only got 2 votes, and those votes were both Rams Falcons. So with this team, I do want some upside here at the end. I'm probably just gonna take Arroyo and then one of these guys. Honestly, maybe Theo Johnson at the end. Yeah, I think that matchup, like I think it's pretty close. I also lean Rams Falcons. All right. Jags Colts, Bengals Cardinals. Hold on. I think I wrote that backwards. I did. It's Cardinals at Bengals. It's not. So Cardinals at Bengals or Jaguars at Colts. I'm assuming everybody's going to take the dome game. Or is everybody still scared of Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones? Which one's going to win out? Is everybody going to play scared? I don't know. Like it's pretty interesting. Like cuz they both have gigantic pieces, right? But the one has a team that's a little worse, but that team's also in a dome. I think we'll take I don't usually take Chig unless I have Cam Ward, so we'll go ahead and slam Chig onto this team. We got a 3-6-6-3. Not my favorite build. We got Baker, Jordan Love, Bryce Young, Chuba, Caleb Johnson, Jordan Mason, Jalen Warren, Braylon Allen, J.K. Dobbins. Like, that doesn't feel strong. My wide receivers don't feel strong. Puka, Drake, Evans, Tet, Olave, Wandale. I mean, it feels strong, but thin. And then Tucker Craft, Elijah Arroyo for some upside, and Chigaquanquo. Not one of my best moments. And I think I was just kind of like, whenever I rug pulled everybody, got in my own head, and just started doing things. I'm not a big believer in the most overrated quarterback of all time, Trevor Lawrence. At this point, you are correct. For sure. All right. Next game. Seahawks, Panthers, or Broncos, Chiefs. I'm going to guess everybody's going to say Broncos, Chiefs. And I think I'm on Seahawks, Panthers. Like, for stacking purposes. Like, baking in all the ADPs. Yeah, I don't love either one of them. But we're going to have a little bit of them. The two defenses in the Broncos-Chiefs game, like, they're really good. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to start not taking the Chiefs or Broncos. And I'm still going to stack them up when I take them. But I'm not going to like go out of my way to try to target that matchup either. I think with the Rams-Falcons, you could. Or with let's go with the two big games. You got Bears-Niners or Lions-Vikings. Which one? Bears at Niners or Lions at Vikings. At the moment, those look like the two juiciest games. I think I'm on Lions Vikings. I said 2 years. I said 2 years ago T-Law was 2 years away. Yeah, he was. Fantasy Dog agrees with Lions Vikings. We got looks like everything's winding down though. I think I'm gonna go chill tonight. Sit around, put some streams up on the TV, make some pizza, relax, just have a good time. $49ers because it's easier to stack up. Yeah, the Niners are really cheap. Like, that is a good, like, we have, the question is some of those players are probably going to be moving up the board. Which ones are they? I feel like Ayuk is about to spike up the board, honestly. Yeah, I feel like Ayuk's the one that's going to go up the board, and he scares me to draft. CMC might pull up the board. Like, I actually think CMC could be the one, honestly. Do you ever invite pizza? I mean, I'm very generous. Like, if people are around me that I know, I generally like buy a whole bunch of food, grill, and then just invite friends over. I have a little canister that people chuck money into, and then I just use that to buy more food and grill more. I actually have friends that, respect it and pitch in. I know that's not common, like pretty lucky. So I would do it anyway to at least a small group of friends. So, but anyway, I'm going to head out. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will also have this full chart out with all the weeks completely done individually and the massive grid if people want that. I'll put it in my descriptions. I'll probably put it out on Twitter, put it to share. Let anybody who wants it have it. I just want a better way to look through the schedule. Going to NFL.com is a pain in the ass. Being able to just click through these tabs, on the NFL.com, it's got to load all those ads, right? And it just takes so long. On Google Sheets, all you do is click and it's just there. Like, it's just a better way to do it. Now, it was a pain to get these colors because, so I don't know if any of you have messed around with like colors in dark mode, but look at this. So we're going to color fill this box. We're going to click blue. So we got blue. We're going to type in Falcons because we can. And then we're going to go to text color. We're going to make the text color purple. Is that purple? That is not purple. We're going to make it orange. Nope, makes it blue. So getting I should have just done this in white mode, but I'd have to deactivate my dark mode. So getting these colors mildly close was a struggle. It took a while. So I'm not happy with the way it is, but I'm not going to do more. I'll put it that way. Anyway, I'll see everybody. That was just me ranting for a second. Peace.